Start pressing record. I'll sync it up. We'll do a clap and sync it up. Alright. I'm gonna start recording the audio now. Why is it? Oh fuck!
Alright, here we go. We're setting it up.
Yeah, we gotta.
Hang on. You gotta.
Thumbnail.
I'm sitting next to this file.
Pick your poison. Horizontal landscape.
Well, the problem is, can Periscope even go horizontal? I don't even know.
Yeah,
it can.
I did it earlier.
I think you go live and then you can fix it.
Hello, welcome to.
Yeah, you have to go live and then you
can
can fix it.
How do you fix it? Flip camera?
Or no.
Nope.
I think just set it down. There you
maybe
go.
check your settings.
You just gotta like.
Is he gonna broadcast it at that angle though?
Yeah.
Welcome to the Ruffles fan cast.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
There we
No,
go.
but I think it's still broadcast.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to fix that.
Just, is your phone like locked?
Wait, how's it broadcast?
Oh, it might be actually. You definitely right.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
There we go. There we go.
Alright.
Amazing.
People can see us.
Alright. Audacity recording is going off right now.
So we're live
It is
now.
online.
Let me tell you what.
It's online.
Yeah, yo, Jackson, grab me a Modelo.
I will grab you
I'll
with
cover
guys.
up- I'll
I
cover
always
up
start with my
my
daily.
This is the cold open to the podcast, by the way. This audio right here.
Oh yeah. Of course.
The cold open to the episode is
Okay, hang on. Okay, everyone quiet. Everyone quiet.
Let's crack some boys.
AJ.
Alright. We're good. And it's just the claps, guys. Sync everything up. Alright. Grab your Modelo. Hello, everybody.
It's Modelo.
Alright. 3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Indieheads Podcast. I'm your host, Matty, at Modelo Prince on Twitter. We are here in Chicago, Illinois. We have the gang. We're gonna start from here and then we're gonna move through here. First and foremost,
Josiah at Joe_Cy_ on Twitter.
you might actually have to speak up because that mic is like, hang on, I'm gonna move the mic a little
Hello.
Alright.
Hello.
It's me.
Okay.
Josiah. You can figure out my Twitter ad if you give a shit.
bit. Okay, then we're good. Okay.
Hello. This is Jackson at horse_jeans on twitter.com.
Special guest.
Hi, I'm Corinne. I'm at Poopy Seed.
Oh, you are Poopy Seed. I was wondering.
Welcome.
Welcome.
That's settled.
Hi.
I'm at JWallet55. I don't tweet that much, but
Don't
I
have
do
to have a name
sometimes.
either. I'm AJ at ammoser.twitter.com.
At Tad_Phil, but my name is Ted. Please do not come at me.
Special
with
guest
all
from It's Album Time, Ted.
Yeah.
Oh, crossover
Podcast.
And again, the rest in peace Banquet of Pods.
Yeah.
I'll never forget. Yeah, it's dying. This is the final week. We're gonna record one more. And it's gonna be in the can. And you've never invited me on.
Wow.
You never invited
Rude.
anyone on. I guess that is the premise.
Rude. And as I said, Matty at Motorway Prince, and
Lily at _Earthrise.
we. Oh boy. Okay, so
Things have happened.
We've had
Story
a-
time.
long
Wait.
story short,
Moment
today
of
was
silence.
Okay. Long story short, today was a fucking nightmare. It was a fucking
4 p.m.
Just
Central
okay.
Time.
Truly everything that could have gone wrong did.
So
I've
where do we
been
start?
straight.
Who
I
wants
could
to, okay.
start because
We'll
I
start
was
with you because you were the
one.
first one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I pulled up to where our Airbnb was supposed to be at probably about 4:03ish, and
And it was there. It
yeah,
wasn't just supposed to
it
be
was
there.
a building,
The building was
that
there.
existed. And
large
I
building.
told Jackson earlier, I like texted him before I got there, like, are you and Matty gonna get there soon? And I think like subconsciously I did that because I was like looking around like where I was driving, be like, what am I going to? And like I get there, and like it's like a duplex, like apartment complex, and I like knock on both doors. Like for a second, no one really answers, and then just like the downstairs apartment, like a bunch of kids come out, and then
Like children.
like yeah, like,
Five children.
like 5 to 8 children.
I would say like ages like 4 to 9.
So like
Yeah.
actual children.
Yes.
Yeah. And yeah, they come out and like some of them just like walk down the street, some of them sit on like these fold-out chairs that are on the porch. And like I'm still like smiling and like polite at this point, but I'm very cognitive like something is wrong. And like I talked to the downstairs neighbor and just like sat there for a little bit, was calling both the numbers that AJ gave me repeatedly. And then like I think she also had another number for him, and she eventually got a hold of him and just like handed me the phone. And I didn't understand what he was saying at first, but he essentially told me Airbnb canceled the appointment, so I don't really know what to do about that, or something of that sort, and then hung up.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna cut to like downtown. So Molly,
Yes.
Jackson, and I all took the train into downtown together. Got on separate trains. Molly and I sat down, and I just pulled out my phone to like a notification from Josiah saying, "I think we just got scammed."
And so at this point, so I am with Matty. Josiah is at the Airbnb. Lily and Molly are on the way to the Voice Piece Airbnb, which is just fine and normal and no
Yeah,
issues.
I'm in the
there.
normalest
Good
one.
one.
I'm landing on the airplane.
And so
I'm
basically
sitting in the airport.
everyone here just is now like without home, and in a new city where I've never been. These people have been to before, but like we're pretty panicky. A little. It was a little antsy. We were a little, and so basically what happens from here is now we end up. Matty and I take the metro from downtown and we go over to this Airbnb. We get over there and like it's just clearly realizing that like this Airbnb is like not a good place to stay at all, and two, that we're probably not going to even be able to stay there. And so while all this is going on, we've got no idea what to do. We're all like stranded in weird parts of Chicago. He's at the airport. We're on our way to Matty's friend's house. And meanwhile, where is our guardian protector? He is getting absolutely day drunk as hell. He's getting absolutely blasted in a beer hall in goddamn Williamsburg. And he gets out of his like summer holiday like company party, very drunk. And to all of this unfolding, and of course, I mean, he wears the stash,
Yeah.
He is the dad, and
I got the
AJ,
plug. I found the motherfucking casting couch. Which is all that matters, but we here.
and then before we knew it, AJ was just like on multiple phones at once with like he was on the phone with the CEO of Airbnb. He gave them the okay to use the most powerful
It's
servers.
like, hey, the servers are down. Fix that shit now, B.
Fire up those powerful
Fix
servers.
that shit,
And so AJ ended up saving the day and booking, and so basically Airbnb ended up refunding us and comping us for 2 5-person Airbnbs.
Yeah.
One of which we don't
Public
have
beef
yet.
with Airbnb.
Oh,
Yeah,
Add it to the
fuck
list.
Airbnb because there is like zero just account. I mean, like they refunded us, and their customer service that you were talking about was completely like
Yeah, well,
Oh, it sounded
insufferable.
disastrous.
We'll see what happens, but
Yeah.
public hit list, or Indieheads Podcast hit list, target number 1 Drake, target number 2 Airbnb.
And then of course, so all of us here are podcasters. I listen to an unhealthy number of podcasts, and luckily, years of podcasting has prepared me for this moment because we're freaking out. We need places to stay. I figure that even if we get a place tonight, like the chances of getting a place that hosts everyone was like not super high, and this place only holds 5, and there's 7 of us here tonight, and so luckily for us, I listen to too many podcasts, and I remembered that Hotel Tonight is a thing, and that shit rules. It's actually really convenient and great, and I booked a hotel in straight up 10 minutes. For a good ass deal.
The internet's wild.
The internet is a wild place. And,
But-
now we're here.
Yeah, long story short, we're in Chicago for Pitchfork Music Festival.
The
My
Pitchfork
first
Music
time.
Festival.
My first
My
time.
God.
Oh, we should also tell the story of actually getting into this place. 'Cause that was a
Okay,
wild ride,
so
too.
Yeah.
that was also a bit.
Wait,
so
we spent-
so I'll start because I was kind of there for the whole thing. Well, Jake actually. So
I got here first, actually.
you got here first.
Yeah.
I was
And-
gonna.
We'll start with you. We'll start with you, and then we'll pick up with me.
Okay, so, well, I got here and no one was here, and I was like 99% sure this is the correct place, but you can never actually know. But I tried to get in the locked door, but it was, you needed to like buzz in to get it, so I basically just sat on the curb for like probably 15 or 20 minutes or so. And then Jackson, Josiah, and Matty, and Ted, and then eventually Corinne show up. And
Corinne pulls up in a loud ass truck.
Yeah.
Over there. She's Chicago.
And we're kind of all, well, Matty's kind of periscoping about Japanese professional wrestling for a while. And
Look,
then,
I recorded all of that.
Thank you, Ted.
it was amazing.
It was you too.
Yeah,
you
like,
two were the
we-
camera
like, I got
operators
first
for
half,
me.
you guys second.
I
We're
remember.
going on about how
So,
the-
so at this point, while this is happening, we are on our way to our hotel that we were checking into, and I get to the hotel, and I think Josiah was like, "What's going on over there?" And I was like, "Oh, Maddie's periscoping." He's like, "Of course he is."
Well, Jeremiah told me. Okay,
no,
so
that was the right call to make.
So we
like,
should
it's-
say, okay, so Jeremiah, he's not gonna be here until Friday. Jeremiah, Kasha, and their friend Jordan, they're not gonna be here until Friday. So that's why they're not here on the podcast. If you're wondering,
The content is coming.
but the content is coming.
was
You're
the
not
whole
right.
game.
The content is coming,
There's always
my
content.
friends. But so Jeremiah's like Periscope, and I'm like, all right, fine, I'll go Periscope, and then of course we Periscope, and then of course I'm talking about Japanese pro wrestling. I'm talking about why the Golden Lovers are such a great tag team and why their story is so compelling.
No more detail.
And
No,
you said,
no,
like,
like-
please get my thighs in the shot.
Please give my thighs in the shot.
Wait.
And then some Eastern European lady.
Which I'm pretty sure is Polish because I was taking a shower earlier and the
Careful.
shampoo bottle was in Polish.
She had to be Polish, yeah. So,
Oh, and we found two
so
fur
we're gonna
coats.
guess some Polish lady, like, cause I'm kind of loud, honestly. That's on me. That's my bad for just getting it
She
too
was
into
quite
it.
offended by the wrestling talk.
She was, yeah, quite offended, and she was like, sort of like being like, hey, like you guys are too loud.
We've lived here
Like
for
you
7
need
years.
to like.
I've
wear-
lived
And
here
then
for
she's like,
6
people are
years.
trying to sleep, and she kept doing this.
She kept being like,
We're
hey,
gonna sleep.
people are trying to sleep. And it's only like what 10?
It was
Not
like,
even.
it was like
It was
8.
9:30.
Like
It's
nine.
like
Also,
okay.
how is Central Time real? Just close your eyes.
Christ. Okay, so anyways, yeah, that happens. And then we're basically just like, basically AJ is like, here's the thing, I can't blame AJ too much because like he's at the airport, like there's only so much he can do to help us.
Man's on
And so we're getting like the little bits of information that we need. It's like he's putting us on a scavenger hunt for the new Airbnb pretty much.
Yeah.
It's like,
We were geocaching for the keys.
we
Great-
didn't know
great
where the
podcast
keys,
one.
we didn't know where the keys were. And then you get the information, so we go get the keys.
Oh yeah, and
We
another
come
important detail about that is that like I'm walking alone down like this sketchy
Oh,
Chicago
yeah,
street,
so Jake-
and they
so-
stop at an intersection and just like honk at me. And I'm like,
So yeah,
they're like
Jake,
swinging and pick me up, and they're like, yeah, we're heading down like this way because
Well,
AJ hasn't given
we
us the
yelled
information.
really, like,
And as
4
I was
times.
getting
Oh,
in the
like,
door,
Yeah.
he sent the
Yeah.
information, and so we looped right around.
so yeah, Jake had to
We
go to the
went on a
bathroom
wild
and get
scavenger
gas.
hunt.
So we're going to the gas station, and we see Lily like walking down the street, and we're like, Lily, like honk the horn, get in. Fucking loops around, pick up Lily. We go back to the Airbnb. We figure out the
Which
lock
took
stuff,
like way too long.
and we couldn't get in because there's this.
Oh,
so
Jesus,
so we get in the actual building, and then we get to the door. We figure out what door it is because there's no two. Like it's like room 2B.
This was like an
Yeah, it's
escape
the only
room,
one
but
without
we're
a
trying to
letter.
get in.
And then so we have 2 keys. One to get the door, like the doorknob, and then one to get like the deadbolt. And we were like, and there's like a code, and
Well, that's
like,
what I thought. I think it was like
and then
building door and
Corinne, like
deadbolt.
figures out how to
No,
turn it
no,
on.
Lily fucking turns on the deadbolt.
Oh, yeah, you
like,
turn it.
'cause
By
you press
accident.
the logo and you're like, whoa!
Which is an on button, which is like important information.
It felt like in those video games where like you press something or like you just like start tapping X really rapidly and then like the runes glow and it's like,
Yeah.
oh.
I was about to fall asleep at that point, and then I heard a beep, and I was just like,
The we
I'm alive.
I was like texting like I don't know, like
Yeah.
and then, like never mind.
I got the like, yo, we got it, we're in, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
the alternate title of this episode, besides Air Bitches and Bastards, would be Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, because I've been on like every form of
Oh,
transportation
yeah.
besides boat today.
I was,
Because
I was almost on a boat.
I
Hanging
woke
out
up-
in the airport.
I woke up this
8
morning
hours.
at 5:30 in the goddamn morning and got on in my dad's car. We went to the airport.
LAX?
Yes,
I'm so sorry.
yes. I flew from LAX to here. Got on one train downtown, another train, back on that train, cars, 2 Ubers. It was a lot. It was a long ass day. But then there was one saving grace. For us, we were the group that was kind of roaming around trying
Chicago
to figure
just
out.
figuring out like what.
And we ended up going to Matty's friend's apartment.
My friend Tom, again, if you're listening, Thomas, if you're watching, shouts out to
Shouts the fuck out to
shouts out to my
Thomas.
friend,
The realest.
ex-roommate Thomas.
And so he has an apartment
He's a
over
real one.
He's a
over
fucking
about
real
in
one.
these parts of Chicago, and so we end up staying with him. And at this point, Matty, Josiah, Ted, and I are just all kind of very stressed out.
We are sort of exiting. We're still in pain, but we're exiting because it seems
We're
like
exiting, it seems like we're figuring something out.
seems like the light. We see the light.
But we're not quite there yet. So we're there, and then all of a sudden, so Josiah's like freaking out. He's like, I'm gonna go look through these records to calm down. I'm gonna look through this stack of records, and over there, sitting right by the stack of records, like leaning against the wall, he's looking through them, and there it is Blonde on vinyl, because Liam, who's Tom's roommate, has Blonde on vinyl, and apparently has been playing it regularly. He's going through a lot right now. It was in the recently played stack.
I remember when I met Liam for the first time. Whenever so Thomas is my ex roommate when I went to Columbia College Chicago, and Liam and Kai and Bradley were my other roommates.
Gotcha.
And Liam, like, I was going through his collection before I brought my collection up, and then I'm like looking through like, you have fucking Blonde? Like, you have fucking Blonde, dude? He's like, yeah, I got it. I'm like,
I got Blonde now.
Yeah.
And so what we have determined is that we had a day where literally up to that point everything went wrong, and then all of a sudden Josiah wanders into this apartment, stumbles across a copy of Blonde on vinyl, and since that point was the point of the day where things started fixing everything. That was really like, and so that was like, we just sat there on the couch and just like put Blonde on, and it was just like
we've been
going through a lot. We're going through a lot right now.
Brief intermission to say that Jeremiah is on Periscope right now, begging us to acknowledge him.
Jeremiah!
Indeed.
I love you so much,
Jeremiah, hi.
Please see you soon.
We literally said, okay. But yeah, like from that point on, once Blonde was on, we were playing Fortnite on the Switch. It's fucking terrible. My God. It's so bad.
I should have brought my dock. I just brought the Switch and the.
We're gonna put the frame rate is low, and like the button, like it's all weird compared to the Xbox controller. It's like it's a different look. This is the Indieheads podcast. This is not we talk about Fortnite.
Yo,
I don't know. Save it for the Fortnite stream.
Motherfuckers be gaming.
You got your wrestling out earlier.
I got my wrestling. This is Fortnite. That's it. No more.
But also, as that was happening, like, because I was feeding, like, the rest of the Voice Beast Girls updates, and so, like, we were getting dinner at that point, and I was, like, listening to Blonde, and everyone else was like, yeah. That's about
I just bring up the Billboard thing. Like,
I just remember.
Well, this is the other thing. As we're driving to, I think it was to the second. Was it to Thomas's house? Or
we were okay. So we were at Thomas's apartment. You're saying, like, once we get Blonde on drive, you're saying, like, oh, Blonde entered the Billboard 200 for the first time since like it came out.
Oh yeah, Blonde like a week ago started charting again. And people quote tweeted and is like, "Are y'all okay?"
Yeah.
like everyone is just collectively going through it enough.
It may not look like it, but the Billboard Top 200 go through some shit right now.
I mean, that's what happens when you let Drake be #1 for that long.
Oh God.
Oh.
Anyways,
people start feeling bad about it.
Point being is that I don't remember at what point during the day this is, but at some point we were driving down a beautiful Chicago street, and there it is, like a 15-foot tall billboard of Casey Musgraves, and I just like, he's like, look, and I turned to him and he's like, put it on right now. we were listening to Slow Burn in like 45 seconds. Like
I'm so mad. Like,
it was right away.
I could not get a good photo in time. I'm so mad.
It was truly a blessing.
If I swing by like his like apartment again, like I will take it.
That was like one of the first moments today where I felt like actively good. I was like, Casey is here protecting me. Like I feel safe.
But seriously though, like again, like I'm just happy to be here. I love all of you guys.
This Airbnb is
so
nice.
much.
Yeah, we really
God.
I got some intense.
This is the one good thing that came out of Airbnb today.
Lots of air. Yeah, Airbnb. I'll fucking find you.
God. Airbnb came through exactly half the time.
Yeah.
And it's this.
But folks, what are we all here for? We are here for the damn Pitchfork Music Festival in Chicago. Union Park. This is like, I mean, like, while I think this is like the weakest lineup of like the past 2 years that I've gone, there's a lot of people. I mean, besides like you guys, there's a lot of people that I know that are like coming out to Pittsburgh this year.
I have to say, like when the lineup came out, like I know the consensus among all of us was kind of like, oh, it's Tame Impala, oh, Fleabag, like. But then like whenever I tell like someone
I'm going,
like
to
like who they're like, oh, who's playing this year? I was like, oh, it's Tame Impala and Fleet Fox are headlining, and they like perk up.
Yeah.
So
curious.
I like to like browse events on Facebook to like check, like, you know, see like how the buzz is. And like I went to the Pitchfork Music Festival page, and like Friday has like twice the RSVPs
Yeah.
as the other days.
Tame Impala
Yeah.
is some
The
shit.
fucking the
Kevin Parker.
look,
got
I'm
that.
just
You
gonna say
pull
it.
up with
The
that
normies
energy,
love
man.
Tame
The
Impala.
go.
The normies love them.
Normies love Tame
The-
Impala.
but I think part of the reason my word likes so lackluster is like any of us who like Tame Impala or Fleet Foxes have seen them
Yeah,
multiple
the
times.
whole
I
in the
haven't
last,
seen
like-
Tame Impala, but I have seen
the whole lineup this year is like bands that I love that I've seen before, but I'm like, yes, I will see them again.
For me, it's like relative.
Especially
Like,
that they're in the same place.
I mean, there's some of it is just like, okay, it's like Japanese breakfast and Japan droids are on the same fucking day. And I'm
Yeah,
here with my
with,
best
like,
friends in
3
the
hours
world,
of each
like
other, yeah.
Really,
my
the
best
one,
friends who put me onto those two bands in
Yeah.
the first place, like
the one show I have this weekend that's like a combination of an artist I really like and an artist I haven't seen yet is Zola Jesus. Like that's
Yeah.
really gonna be. I mean not the 2 p.m. because
No.
the fact that they put Zola at fucking 2 in the afternoon.
We're going to real goth hours.
Is an actual crime. It's like you
Summer
can't,
goth.
I
I
realize
can't Zola
that
is
should
just
be
summer
illegal.
goth.
You can't listen
Summer
to Zola
goths
Jesus
do
when it's
exist.
sunny
Yeah.
out.
is Zola
I mean-
summer god? Oh, that's a whole other podcast.
Not at 2:30 on Saturday, though, for real.
God bless you.
There's a festival in LA called Beach Goth.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm also
the
remember,
ones
like,
that
the
run
Grimes
fucking
Festival
routers.
Grimes like debuted
Yes.
the Art Angels tour.
That was also the festival where R.O. Grime and Grimes played after each other on the same stage. And it
We're like, I
was,
thought this was
What
the same
crime
band.
is this?
it was a whole thing.
I'm excited
silliest
for the
double
War on
header.
Drugs opening for Fleet Foxes. Just like that 1-2 punch
Yeah.
is powerful.
Fleet
for real.
Foxes closing.
I
for
kind of-
Wolverine.
Yeah, but that's actually honestly.
I kind of forgot that I was just like seeing the War on Drugs thing, and I was like, oh,
Yeah,
word?
yeah.
As much as I am like genuinely looking forward to that set, I'm also like consciously going to be looking around looking for like couples where the boyfriend is really into
Oh,
it and the
yeah.
girlfriend's like
I thought you said you were going to a Tame Impala concert.
That was a fucking Jack Wagner's Instagram story at Coachella was like every dude at this War on Drugs show is a dude or their girlfriend.
Yeah.
Like it's just like some 20-year-old white guy or their girlfriend. Like
Like I will kill someone at that show. If I have to.
I-
We're enjoying real
I saw War on
It's gonna be
Drugs
on
at
the
I'll watch
Coachella.
the
It was
Fleet
like pretty
Foxes
good.
set, but I'm pulling up early that J-Break show.
that's
yeah.
what it is. That thing is, I saw Fleet Foxes back in May, and that's the thing. I'm like, I'll probably catch some of their set, but like, what time does Jay Marty even go on?
Oh,
it won't,
yeah,
like,
we
it
gotta
won't be
figure
till
that out.
Like, I want to see Mothers because the new Mothers song. I don't know if I mentioned this on the podcast yet. It's fucking.
Oh wait,
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 Mothers
I
and
can
Varsity
get
are
it,
so
and I will
fucking
do
good.
just that.
It's them and someone else, I think.
Mothers and Varsity.
There you go.
Also Blood Orange on Saturday.
Oh, yeah, that's
That-
yo,
very-
yo,
very-
Blood Orange might fucking play the whole new album.
I know.
Oh my
The-
god!
It's
the-
in play.
Sorry.
His 2016.
Yeah.
He
His
did
2016
his
set.
Yeah,
was
like the
one
week
of
after
the,
Freetown,
yeah,
right?
one of the best sets that
Wait,
weekend
what's
for
his?
sure.
I remember-
What's his new album?
Carly Rae
I
Jepsen.
just
J-Break
Yeah.
show starts at
I
9
keep
p.m.
about Carly
It's
Rae
Redacted
Jepsen,
Swan.
yeah.
I'm brown. Oh,
Is it, wait, does the show
I'm
start
brown,
at noon,
so
or
it's
do
not
it
the
Swan.
The show starts.
Yeah.
I'm
I
allowed to
remember
say this.
Jeremiah just being like solely uninterested
Not really.
for the Blood Orange set, and even him being able to admit like that was good.
Yeah, that ripped. You had Empress of and
Yeah,
Kamasi
Empress
Oh
of,
my
Washington.
yeah,
god, that was
and
like my
Carly Rae
peak
Jepsen, all
stand
like a
era
special guest.
too of like
Dead
the
Wow.
Pines like came out and was like, y'all mind if I wild out? Like here's Carly Rae Jepsen, here's Empress of, like I'm gonna do it.
But for real, like potential, like if he does play the whole new album, like
Yeah.
that is potential set of the weekend.
I'm excited to
Wow.
hear some new stuff.
And the other thing is that we don't know who he's been collaborating with for this new album.
Yeah,
so, like,
right.
We
like-
know
like-
that A$AP
like-
Rocky's
yo,
up. Like,
fucking
it's the
Zola
only
Jesus
one that we
come
know
out
for
and be
sure
like,
is
yo,
A$AP
y'all wanna
Rocky,
hear some
which is,
shit?
like, kind of
If Zola Jesus is on the
My-
Blood Orange album, like shoot me into the moon.
Yeah.
Like fire me out of a rocket That's into true.
I
space.
have a large feeling.
Like, I feel like there is genuine possibility that other people on the lineup are on.
Yeah, we
Oh,
yeah,
live
for
in a
sure.
world where Michelle Zauner might be on the new Blood Orange album.
Don't you say that
Yeah,
out loud.
Michelle's probably she's probably
Chance
gonna
the
come out
Rapper
for.
is on the
I
new
feel like
Blood
she'll
Orange.
probably come out for Alex G.
My heart.
Like
Oh,
I
yeah.
feel
Oh,
like
yeah,
she'll do
for
Bright
Bright
Boy
Boy
with
or
them. I
something
feel like
like
I
that.
have a feeling.
Maybe.
I saw Michelle come out to do the EDM collab she had with Giraffe. They did.
Oh,
So-
yeah, that's
Oh,
good.
it was super sick.
Sounds
Yeah. She was like dancing around on stage. It was great.
Man, I just remember that at Coachella, the Mason Ramsey was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Brought him
remember
out.
that. Well, that's the thing about Coachella. Is Coachella is simultaneously still one of the best music fan places on planet Earth, and also there is a preposterous amount of bullshit, and you just
Yeah.
have to just walk around it.
but it's worth
I
it.
feel like this is
though.
all
Always
big
opening
festivals.
up for
I think just
Beyonce.
Coachella, just because Coachella is so big.
Coachella is
It's so big,
It's
it's
exact, and also because it's the LA festival.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So you get
everyone
a
The LA festival is not in LA.
Exactly. Yeah, it's close enough. And it's 2 hours.
Yeah.
The Valley. The lineup this year is like very just solid. Like
There's enough bands where it's like I'm gonna have a fun ass
there are
time.
tons of good acts. Like
And
I
this
think
point,
that's
it's
I
like
think
lots
that's
of-
how a lot of
lots of
people
people,
felt
like-
coming into 2016, and then I think that ended up being like a really good ass festival.
Like we're gonna see like Fleet Foxes, the
Yeah.
Japan Droids, and the War on Drugs this
Well,
weekend.
you're
Like,
not seeing Pandras.
oh, I'm not saying that
We're not.
Oh
Okay,
wait,
you
but
guys
what
know.
are you seeing?
we are
Yeah.
going to motherfucking Radiohead in Little Caesars Arena, baby.
Kid Rock.
I love that $5 pizza.
Okay, before we talk about it, okay, let's rank the the big pizza brands. Like,
Okay, Caesar's number one.
What
No,
is it?
all
Yes.
all corporate pizza, all corporate
Okay,
pizza's bad. I
okay.
live in New York. Sorry.
No.
I mean,
Okay,
I mean, you're right. Hey, but you're also a
Finally, someone
Michigander.
who-
You
Yeah.
have to abide by the Domino's.
Like
Wait.
Domino's,
I hate Domino's.
is
Okay.
Domino's is
It's
one of the
not
only
good.
ones
It's
that,
not good.
like, here's a fucked up thing that I see sometimes. People in New York will like get a hot and ready from Little Caesars, and like, what are you doing?
What do you do?
Okay,
Like,
that,
you know where
that,
You
that
get
is
a
criminal.
better
That's like
Yeah.
Little
somewhere
Caesars is
else.
like the middle of the road of pizza. It's like the Walmart of pizza.
I know, I don't get
It is-
how-
It is exactly as much as you need.
Pizza Hut, I think, has the best of the
Pizza Hut's
corporate-
the best.
Oh, yeah.
Pizza Hut is
That's
my
fine,
favorite.
that's
The
Wait, wait,
pans
you're
are
on
good.
American
I
Pizza
think
Hut
pizza
in
from
Canada?
Pizza Hut is so good.
While we're at it, fuck
Okay,
Papa
I'm gonna
John's.
say for Canadians,
Fuck
Pizza
Papa
Oh yeah,
Seven.
the best Papa
However,
John's.
shout out to Domino's, who has a 50% like
Okay,
first
we're
time student
only
rate,
talking, like,
but
the-
that you can use unlimited times.
We're only
So,
talking like
technical
the big
number one for
pizza.
Domino's.
Like we're
Michigan,
talking big
Michigan
pizza.
take here.
I
I
haven't
Hungry
been
Howie's like
Hungry
eight
Howie's
pieces.
kicked my ass. Hungry Howie's sucks.
Hungry
Fuck
Howie's
Hungry
is
Howie's.
Fuck Hungry Howie's.
Disgusting.
Some of the worst pizza I've ever had in my life.
If we're talking like small,
Yo.
just like
Yo,
local.
Pizza House.
Oh, this isn't local.
Yo.
This is a national chain.
Pizza House.
Okay,
Pizza House
okay.
fucks.
Okay,
Pizza House slaps.
but like,
Okay,
Like
Papa
it's
Murphy's
a
is
competitor with
bullshit.
like we're in Chicago.
Take out at five
We need-
years old.
okay.
Oh yeah, we're getting pizza.
We're getting Giordano's.
Yeah, we should go
gotta
outside.
God bless.
Giordano's is the best fucking pizza that I have ever had.
Nah, well, like for Chicago pizza, which is like objectively not as good as it's the best Chicago
Well,
pizza
here's the-
for sure.
here's
But
the-
Chicago pizza
here's
is
the
like
thing.
objectively
Chicago
not as good
pizza,
as New York
Chicago
pizza.
pizza is delicious. Like no one's
Yeah.
denying that it's good. It's just not fucking pizza.
Yeah, you cannot like you
It,
cannot.
it is inspired by pizza.
It's
It's
a
a bread bowl.
It's
just
more of a
bread
pie.
bowl. Yeah, dog. I live in New York where like I will go get a piece of pizza, go downstairs, get on a train, walk upstairs after I'm off that train and go get another piece of pizza. Like that's where I'm at in my life right now. So you cannot tell me that like Chicago pizza is better than that experience. It's not.
No.
It's a good ass
It's
meal,
the real
but
deal.
it's not fucking like pizza.
Yeah, pizza. I even though I'm not a New York person, I'm very much a New York and Italy purist. Like if it's not flat crust, get that the fuck out
Yeah.
of my face.
Oh,
Yeah, I
I
agree.
feel you.
And I fuck with Giordano's hard. Like I'm.
I don't know, like
Like,
it's
we're gonna
good.
go that-
It's
we're-
Okay, wait,
it's
if you're
it's
Domino's versus
lasagna.
the Malnati's, what is your take?
I've actually never
I-
had to. Like I'm.
Yeah, I haven't.
I lived in Chicago for like a hot second, and it was like.
Because I feel like those are like the two rivals.
I could never afford Giordano's when I lived here. Like I would. I
Wait,
think
did
I
they
only.
fucking buy you Giordano's or
You
something?
tried to. You couldn't.
Yeah, no, dude, we tried
The
like
Don.
that was my gift to you because you could.
I was off
you
Tinder
got
for a
off
month.
Tinder for a month.
Hey,
And I
Okay,
was-
look. That time was like I needed that like.
Oh my
because
I know, and I gave you the
sought
incentive.
counseling. I needed that like incentive to stay off.
I know, I was like, Matt,
Because
if you
I
stay
wouldn't.
off
Because
Tinder,
I
I'm
would not have
buying
had the
you.
self control like if I had no incentive. Like with that incentive, like okay, I can stay off Tinder
I
for a
think if
month.
you like.
Yeah, and then you're like, where is my pizza? And I'm like, fuck, it's midnight. I'm on Fremont Street. I don't know what's happening.
If you
Does anyone
eat-
want a Modelo?
Yeah, me. If you eat more Giordano's, it's like a way to
Shit, I
actively
was
make
thinking
Tinder a
about
less
this.
enjoyable experience.
Look, we're off that bullshit now. We're off that
we're all the
bullshit.
way off that bullshit. I mean, if you can see by the massive
Yeah.
amount of Modelo,
It is-
that's just
it
ridiculous.
is
fun.
I think it's like
Modelo
brain.
time.
Listen,
It might be
every-
like off camera.
Ever since I
It's-
spent an hour
it's-
discussing
it's
about
on
Fridays this
camera.
morning,
It's-
I've
it's
been
on
off my
camera.
bullshit.
There are
Well, so okay, so last year
10 Modelo
we had Mike's Hard Lemonade because Will was our
Hell
was
yeah.
our again we allow
Mike's Hard is good.
you gotta take your socks off, bro. Like,
Yeah, I'm
fucking
going to
die.
eat shit like these.
You
This
already
man's
took those
God.
off.
This man's
Okay,
This is the
but as I was saying,
slippery
so
surface
2016. I mean, the rules were applied because we were all essentially. Well, the thing is, we were all
2015
essentially-
or 2016, I could drink. That was it.
you were the only one, so you got the choice. But last year, more of us could drink, and Will was our like guest of honor.
Our brand ambassador.
He was our
Yeah,
brand new boy. He was the one.
Yeah.
He was the again. It was
I guess I'm
his first time there,
considered.
and it was like peak like Mike's hard. Like that was peak like.
That was the
Mike's
peak
hard.
of the Will.
That was like
Will
one.
Wexler
That was
trend.
1 week after like the cease and desist, where it was like, please stop pretending to be Mike.
Oh my god.
Really?
No, it happened while you were in Chicago.
You got
It happened while
DM'd
we were
by
in
Mike
Chicago.
Hart.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
he
he's
changed,
like,
he changed his name on Twitter to like Mike.
No, he said Mike's Hard Lemonade brand ambassador, tweet signed Mike
Mike.
are from Mike, and he was tweeting tweets that were signed Mike.
Yeah, I know that part, but I didn't know he got.
Oh no, they DM'd him and we're like, we're gonna send you some shit, but like stop.
Yeah, they sent him free like Mike's Hard
They turned
Lemonade.
into a
It was
swagger.
really all the white though.
Yeah.
Hey, we appreciate that you're supporting our brand.
He like
we're
totally
gonna have to
accepted
ask
it
you
too.
to-
He's like, I'm just gonna.
He's like, I should
I'm
probably
gonna make
not,
a
yeah.
tweet where I like have photos of myself in the stuff, and that's like the
No,
conclusion.
he rebranded to like Mike's Hard Lemonade #1 fan.
Yeah, it was powerful. Matty and I used to eat some good ass hot dogs last year. I remember that shit.
Oh, yeah, well, the thing is, you had hot dogs. I think I had like chicken.
We went to
nuggets.
Portillo's.
Portillo's is good.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
Portillo's.
anyways, Jackson is our baby boy at Pitchfork. Well, not very big
Oh,
because he
me
drank,
too.
but
The Pitchfork.
the thing is,
Burger.
you're not illegal age. You're not illegal age. Jackson is new to Chicago. He's new to the Pitchfork Indieheads Podcast experience.
Yes.
And so I asked him, like, hey, like, I think I was talking with Dylan on Twitter. I'm like, yeah, since Jackson's like our new person here, he gets the choice of beer.
And of course, I said it's Modelo time.
Yeah, it's always.
I think I was really
Can you
drunk when I
explain
answered
Modelo
that.
time? Because I feel like I know, but like it's like a soccer thing.
Yeah, I mean, around the time of the Mexican soccer team's dominance, there became a meme on Twitter that was "It's Modelo time," which is because everyone, all the like Mexican fans were getting like super day drunk at like 9 in the morning because it was.
That's not even day
Which,
drunk,
I mean,
that's like
I felt so bad because I mean, okay, if you can't tell, not the biggest Mexico fan, but like I was so bummed because I was like, I understand cosmically like that was the good thing to happen, but I was like, why did I have like I wish why couldn't Mexico be like Spain or something? Like that would have been fun for me, and I couldn't join in on the fun because I was the one being.
There was a video that Eric kept posting of the guy like snorting cocaine. Like that big thing of cocaine.
Yeah, he's like Mexico game about to start, and there was that dude who like it looked like he had what like
It's like a fat joint of cocaine.
No, imagine like you know those like Pillsbury dough like when you buy like a
Wait, like the one in
you
the
know,
fridge?
you know those
crescent roll
those
thing.
crescent rolls? It was like a package of that shape and size, but like the top off, and it was a dude like just like.
Another thing that owns about Modelo is like you can get this for cheap in New York, and by cheap I mean like this can be $6. I'm excited.
Jackson, what are your thoughts on Modelo Negro? Because I had that for the first time last year
It's
leaving
good.
Pitchfork.
It's
I
good.
enjoy it.
I've had it a couple times. Modelo Negro is really good.
Yeah,
Like
I really
Tecate
like
is
it.
also another good shitty Mexican beer.
All Mexican beers are good. Like there's not a Mexican beer that's like not passable.
Yeah,
like,
they
they all.
Also,
range
wait,
from-
hang on a
Mexican
second.
beer
This
with
is
water
also the
for
first
Mexicans?
Pitchfork podcast where I'm now of legal age.
That's
You
right.
are.
Wow.
Our
Yeah.
big bullet.
Man.
I can now
Sip
drink
it.
this and the
Yeehaw.
government can't stop me.
Yeah. He's not gonna spit it out in the sink and say, I don't think I like beer. I want
We will not discuss 2016 me was a, let's be real, 2016 me was a fucking pussy. Let's just be real.
Beer's cool, but I want a Pepsi, for real.
I mean, hey, hang on. It's the,
Fucking
hey,
Pepsi.
look,
The Pepsi Phantom.
the Pepsi Phantom is in the house. That was, again, that honestly, that was like one of my greatest rebrands of all time. It was like Pepsi Punk.
I told you should have changed your at to Pepsi Phantom.
Because it was,
It's
it was
such a good
October.
ad.
It was October. Well, the thing is, I think I just had it for so long.
Pepsi
I
Phantom.
can't.
Yeah.
And as far as the ads go, it's like not bad.
It's like it's just the one I've had for the longest. It's like I have to stay with
We're all
it.
like brand.
It's but like
At this
but
point,
like I remember
I can never unrebrand from Horse Jeans. Like
Yeah,
No, you can't.
people will feel betrayed now.
Sir, I'm
Yeah,
here
you
for the
preach
worst
peak
content.
brands.
Yeah.
like I remember the thing is like so I was Pepsi Punk and then like October was approaching. It might have been you. I was like Pepsi. I think we might have brainstormed Pepsi.
I think you ran it by me and I was like, yes.
Brand.
And so I changed. So I had the profile pic of me holding like a 12-pack of Pepsi,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
I photoshopped a Phantom with a mask thing on my face.
Oh, I remember
Yeah.
And
that.
I'm like, new profile pic. It's again. Oh,
It's spooky season.
it's the Pepsi Phantom time, and it was like yes, like one of my hardest rebrands of all time. Like I'm.
It's gonna be
Let's
a
go
strong
around the
recall
table.
for me,
What is our top rebrands of all time?
I'm trying to think if I have any like really
I mean, horse jeans. You can't top horse jeans.
I mean that's my
Freaking
hat.
horse
I've
jeans,
had a
baby.
couple different like display name combos.
Rocinante is a horse.
That's right. Yeah.
So
I
we
remember
gotta-
I remember at one point I think when like Common as Light Lover came out, whatever, my at was Sun Kill Moon fan account or something. And I remember that was also during the period of time when I was like harassing Lenny Dykstra on Twitter sometimes. And I remember that Lenny Dykstra like replied to me like, what kind of name is that? Sun Kill Moon fan account? Like, so that's one of my most memorable. I don't know.
Okay.
I've shifted back to a powerful profile picture in recent months, which a lot of people don't understand, but it's a dad from Coraline, which is just my internal mood. Yeah, my internal mood at
So
all times.
It's like
AJ,
one of the yellow
if you
poncho
follow
red.
AJ on Twitter, you have probably seen this, but AJ was at E3 for his big boy job
That's
in New York
right,
City,
yeah.
and you got to meet.
Hideo Kojima, the Metal Gear man himself.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's my pinned tweet.
And of course,
It's also the best moment of my life.
shouts out to Hideo Kojima for announcing that Barack Obama was this day.
So that's our special guest. Come on in,
Airbnb.
yeah.
So he's not here yet.
He's in the other room.
Well, here's the
really shy.
Jeremiah's coming in from DC. He's coming in from the DC area. He's gonna go pick Obama,
Yeah.
and he's gonna come here.
So Jeremiah and Barack Obama are on the way. Let me be clear.
Yeah, currently somewhere in the middle of America, Jeremiah and Barack Obama are just gunning down the highway listening to Bruce Springsteen together. They're both.
Oh wait.
What song is on?
Born to Run.
We need to further brainstorm this.
Thunder Road.
It's gotta be Thunder Road. That's
I
fair.
took it.
Picking up from the stream last night, this is stream content if you weren't watching from last night when we won on Fortnite. By the way, we were trying to like off the top of our heads make the edgy, depressed, bitch, thought
Chart. The chart.
the chart.
You can
That
do that.
chart for Bruce Springsteen albums. You know the one that's like I forget what it is. It's like
You
it's
need to
like
make that.
No, the river is thought. That's
we
all I know.
were trying to figure it out. Yeah, well, like no. Darkness on the Edge of Town is like the most edgy thought album ever. And then like so we were kind of like we were doing criteria, and it was like Bruce Springsteen's thought albums are definitely The River,
Darkness
on the Edge of Town, and Born in the USA. Born in the USA is the thought album for sure.
I mean,
Ass is on the
yeah,
cover.
his ass is on the cover. And then it was like Nebraska.
depressed.
Nebraska is definitely like depressed. Oh, it's bastard. Yeah, so it's like Nebraska is depressed bastard.
What would be what's fuck. I feel bad that I don't know this. What's the one from 1984 that has Dancing in the Dark and all that shit?
That's The River.
No.
No, that Dancing in the Dark is on Born in the USA.
Yeah.
Dancing. It's the one from 1984.
Which one is Tunnel of Love though? Which
Tunnel of Love
like
is
90s.
Yeah,
No,
I know, but what would it be on the
89?
chart?
Yours are fucked up. Tunnel of Love, like I don't know if it's essential Bruce Springsteen because I think like
it's essential.
we need we need to bring like the Ghost of Tom Joad and like the
No,
Rising.
no, we're not
the
going that
Rising
far.
on there for sure.
We're
It's
not
like the
going that
Rising is
far.
like
Have I told you about? I've told Matty about
Born in the
this.
USA,
I
that's the
think I've
album.
told Matty and Lily about this, but I am in the process of the early stages of constructing my content masterpiece, which is the entire Cosmic discography intro charts.
yeah.
I'm doing a flow chart for his whole discography.
Like too much talking and it's like the
No.
wrong
So
chart for you, brother.
it starts with Benji and then it webs out from there.
Well, like we all, I mean, I think at this point we all have like the one artist that we have like.
I think at this point I
Probably
listen to
two
every
at this
Mark
point.
Cosmic album.
Because there's some that are kind of easy. Like Death Grips is kind of easy to fall into.
I've been
Like-
going through a lot.
But like when you
It
get
may not
into,
look
like
it.
you get into Sunken Moon because he has so many side like he's got something
Okay,
Mark
okay.
House like Sunken Moon, Red House Painters,
Yeah.
other
Sunken Moon
collaborations.
is-
All the shit.
He puts out like at least 2 albums a year at this point. Probably more.
I don't think the band's put out less than 4 albums since like 2014.
Like
Yeah.
so you're again Sunken Moon. Mine is like Dean Blunt, where he just it's everything is there's so much split offs. What was your?
Oh, Burial for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Burial.
Because he has like a lot of side EPs. He also like has really weird one-off collabs that I know all about. Like,
What would, I guess Age would just be Bruce. I feel like it's gotta be Bruce.
What was like your most knowledgeable canon? Like the thing.
I mean, like we can go back and forth on Arcade
We
Fire.
need to
albums,
okay,
like,
okay, here's
that's
the,
true.
I
here's the
get to
criteria.
my
Fire
new
was not a
shit
straight
of
up
like
Here's the criteria.
0.01.
Here's the criteria. The artists have like a vast discography. Like
Yeah.
we're talking like at least I would say
Oh yeah.
over 10 albums.
I'm for sure.
Well over 10.
10 albums
For
or
sure.
releases.
Yeah,
Mr.
Jake is the
Elmer.
Mount Erie man.
Phil
But,
Elmer, yes.
Side
Jake
note,
is the
I could yell a lot about the collected works of Jeff Rose and stuff.
Oh,
because,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
I also feel like I'm the Animal Collective authority on the podcast.
Oh,
I would
yeah.
think
Yeah.
For like,
Speaking of Arcade Fire, the Richard Reed Perry album that like he put out 2 singles today and like a 10-minute animated music video. I saw him play the full album in the woods at Eau Claire, which was by far the best set I saw that entire weekend. That album's gonna fuck some people up. People are not expecting how much that album's gonna fuck them up. It's like the Shins when they were doing country stuff, plus like Iron and Wine, plus like early Death Cab for Cutie. All of those vibes in one album. It's
I
like,
ain't
oh,
none
shit.
of those bands, and that's a combo.
word.
Yeah, oh, real shit. But then like the music video was like some like weird anime, like, so the songs he played were like, was like acoustic with the Dessner twins on backing, which was like very, very neat. But the recorded versions today was like, oh, my man's on some Sigur Rós shit, like for real. And so I was just like, this is gonna be a good album for sure. So the first, it's like a double album. The first part's coming out on the winter solstice, and the second part's coming out on the summer solstice.
Oh, man.
next
Oh.
year.
I didn't know who this is.
Wow, Richard E.
I
Perry,
love-
the ginger from Arcade
What would
Fire.
yours be, Corinne?
Fuck, I really don't. I honestly, like, I listen to way too much music to, like, know shit about shit. Like,
I've been bad about it in recent years. Like, I think, like,
Yeah.
Dean Blunt and, like, Dean Blunt and probably some other artist I'm forgetting was, like, might
I'm
be...
pretty knowledgeable.
It's just hard for me to get into, like,
Lovely
whole
Maine.
discography.
I
Like, I just do
also-
not... I just don't have the time anymore to get into, like, whole discographies. I just can't.
I alternate like hard. Like I'll swing one way. I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna try a bunch of new stuff now all at once, and then it's like, oh, I like this artist. Let's listen to everything from them.
I think I know like a lot of the like smaller EPs and remixes and stuff for Daft Punk. I know a lot of. Like,
Oh,
I've heard
yeah.
I've heard most of their like recorded
They're
material.
And you could
Daft
definitely say
Punk, like-
Radiohead for me, but that's like not.
Oh, what do you think? What do you think?
I think Radiohead has enough... I mean,
wait.
obviously they have enough albums. I think they have enough side projects between all the songs.
Well, think about
Yeah,
think about
yeah,
Radiohead,
They have
it's
a
got, like,
huge B-side catalog.
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, I have a really great playlist on Spotify that's like Radiohead songs that secretly fuck,
yeah.
and it's like my 25 favorite
is that
like
like the
underrated
forbidden-
The
Radiohead
thing about
songs.
Radiohead is
Yeah, no,
anyone at any time, on any day, could say that any Radiohead album is their favorite except Amnesiac. And they would be
Fuck
right.
you.
Oh,
Fuck you.
no,
Fuck
absolutely.
you.
Amnesiac
Fuck
is
you.
an acceptable
Fuck
choice.
AJ, like,
It's a bad album.
Like,
I
okay,
know
okay,
it's
AJ,
a bad
I'm
album.
gonna open the floor. Why are you the way that you are, and why
That
do you
album's boring. That album's boring as fuck. Like,
No.
it was all cut from Kid 8 for a reason.
No.
Dog,
They
it's
went
better
into the
than
studio.
Amnesiac for
They
sure.
went
I'm
into
gonna
the
keep it
studio
real.
to make one album, and then they're
No.
like, oh wait, we
Okay,
have two.
Pyramid Song exists, my guy.
Yeah, like some
You
Pyramid
and
song,
Army.
like Spinning Plates, You
Yeah,
and Army.
Trapped in
good
a Glass
songs.
House.
Glass House.
Trapped in a Glass House.
Okay,
Is
good
it-
songs.
Trapped in a glass house.
Knives Out.
Good songs, but good
Knives Out
albums
is
do not
so
make.
good.
Yeah, and that's like all the songs.
I might be wrong.
I can listen to those
Oh,
songs.
fucking yeah!
When I listen to Amnesiac, I sleep. I sleep.
Well, okay.
No,
We're
Yeah.
all like, we're all like
Sleep.
facing AJ.
Yeah.
Like we're
Look at him.
post you
I
and
feel like if you pause it at this point, like later on, it just looks like a Renaissance photo.
Because we know AJ can
literally-
handle the slander.
Amnesiac
Yeah,
was
that's why
like
we
the
do it.
second Radiohead album to click for me, and before Kid A.
Yeah.
Okay, but seriously, Jackson,
Mood Shape
fucking
Pool was
Daft
my
Punk
first
is
one when I was like,
So that's
so
what the
deep.
Which is
like,
the first time I
people
listened to Kid A, I didn't
people were
treat
tweeting
it
about
as
Random
such
Access
a
Memories
good
the other day because I think Cam was like listening
Yeah, I
to
was
it.
like
Yeah,
all
and
of
It
it.
turned 5.
When
It
you
turned
listen-
5.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, Random Access Memories
R.I.P.
is
alive
fucking
27.
good. Go out, it's so good.
That Giorgio Moroder
I stand by
song is just like,
Stephen
yeah,
Hyden's
let's
It's
go.
fucking, it fucking
Just
retracted
synthesizer,
and
yeah.
retracted. It's
Yeah.
so good, start to finish.
You know, the speech that he gives
Yeah.
is recorded on 3 different microphones. One that
Yeah,
is
like,
oh,
yeah,
it goes through the
one that's-
decades.
and like they. And like you can't notice. I
They're
listened
total
so
fucking
close.
geeks.
I
They're
can't
such
notice.
geeks.
Yeah, that album is like production.
Daft Punk is like
And
the
the thing
secret
is,
nerd ass band.
It's
Yeah.
what happened. It
It's
happens.
not a secret nerd ass band because it is the nerd ass band. Okay,
Yeah.
they
It's like
started
band-
off.
no, nerd
They
ass-
started
nerd
off
ass-
indie. They played a one like weird ass show in the middle of
Oh, that's true.
Wisconsin in 1997,
They-
and
oh,
like it was so fucking good.
and fun fact, the band that they were in before they became Daft Punk,
Darling.
Darlin, the guitar player of that band is one of the guitar players in Phoenix.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're like
yeah.
they're like
And
a they're a
still is, and then that's why they have
Yeah.
Justice. And
they're one of this
Nightmare and all
generation's
this.
like t-shirt bands where it's
Yeah.
just like so many people like wear a fucking Daft
Right.
Punk t-shirt that you're like everybody loves Daft Punk, whatever they fucking
It's
suck,
like
but it's
they're
like
the
no
best.
dog,
And
they're
it's
good
like
as shit.
that, everybody
They're like,
does.
you know, they're like this
Everybody does.
generation's
And
Joy
then
Division or
like
some
their
shit.
actual like side projects, I think like Tomas he has one, and then like so does he, which is
And
like,
also
I
production,
forgot.
like, well, I mean,
Like
obviously,
they worked so
everything
hard.
now.
They started off
produced by
so
one members of
humbly,
Daft
and it's gonna
Punk.
stay fucking humble forever.
Good album.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
I
mean,
have
let
so
us also
many
remember
opinions
that,
on
like,
it.
our
Music
Oh,
sounds better
God.
with you. One of the best
Well,
Daft Punk
that's
songs.
song-
Not a Daft Punk
And
song.
it's been
Song,
sampled
like-
so many times by like everybody.
And well, Get Lucky,
Oh,
Sound of the Summer.
Sound of the Summer.
Sound of the Summer. Y'all heard this track? Sound of the Summer for sure.
Okay, for real though, Radioac's underrated cut. It's the one that's coming in my brain right now. Game of Love.
I haven't listened to that
I don't
album.
think the vocoder ballads on that album are so fucking.
I don't think
I'm
I've
gonna be honest. 90% of the
2013.
time I listen to Daft
I
Punk.
kinda
I'm just
haven't
listening to
too.
a live
Like, it
show.
sort of skipped it, but
It really does slap when you throw it back.
Like I love that.
Yeah.
I like
I think
that
there's
a lot.
maybe one or two songs that don't.
Like-
The Panda Bear song is probably my
Panda
favorite
Bear song is
song on it.
fantastic.
Oh fuck! I forgot Panda Bears on that one.
So-
Woo!
I don't like that song.
Yeah,
is
brought it
really
up. I
My
love
mom
Let me
one.
pull up the discography.
My mom one.
Who was on Twitter
Right.
that was saying that Random Access Memories is secretly a Steely Dan album?
Yeah.
Someone was saying that the other night.
I don't know, but it's probably.
I was-
I respect
Josiah would
I
probably
know
put
who
that
it
out there.
was.
there.
I know who it was.
was.
It's an Air album because it fucking is.
Yeah. Oh,
Wait, do you know who did it?
stick with me here, but 1 out of
somebody who's
40.
like
You know,
adjacent to
Daft
Daft
Yeah,
Punk.
no, they made a Chic album, so they made a Chic album that was like space themed, and they also like the thing.
Damn,
Like,
I forgot Panda Bear.
have you guys seen the Daft Punk?
Because I remember he brought it up.
It's probably
Daft
got
Punk
to be.
Unchained is that like
Cam
it was
is a
pretty
great
good
choice.
documentary. And they have a lot of
The
people
Daft Punk
speak on
Unchained
it.
documentary. It's the BBC documentary about Daft Punk.
no, I
Yeah.
could never find a rip of that one. I missed it when it aired.
I
saw
honestly
a
go
clip
on
of
our
I saw
Daft
a clip
Punk
about the
video.
pyramid.
Weirdly, the place where I watched that was, for some reason, it was available on a plane as like one of the free airplane options.
Awesome.
And I was like, yo, I've been meaning to see this, and so I watched it. That documentary is amazing, but like the wild thing, there's a part in that documentary where they talk about how they were making this album in New York City, and they were doing it in Electric Lady Studios,
Yeah.
and they had one master, and they had to bring it to Los Angeles, and so they literally had to take all of the masters of Random Access Memories across the country in this car, and they were like, if this car crashes off the road, the album is lost forever. Like, it's real intense. And that album is like, it's like what happens when Daft Punk started, they were like a disco kind of rock band, and then what happened was they realized that it's hard to be in a band, and with house music they could basically make disco via house.
Yeah,
and then and each
and
album,
that's the transition from
and
homework to discovery.
each album they get more money and they go more toward making this kind of pop disco music they fall in love with. By the end of the career,
It's like that is the peak.
they literally make like this opus of disco.
Like
where
if they
it's
don't, like, here's the thing, if they don't make an album again, it's like
Random
who cares?
Access Memories was there
I
like
would
paying
be
back.
upset,
where they were
but
like,
I
you don't want to hear some shit.
that's the other thing. The other thing the documentary covers really well is that a lot of like Daft Punk probably would have actually fallen off after like 2006, but the thing that really like saved their legacy was the Alive 2007.
Alive 2007 was one of the greatest albums
I mean,
of all
and the
time.
That
Kanye
album
and the
is
Kanye
100%. Yes.
by
Oh
far.
yeah, the fucking Kanye sample. I love it.
Alive 2007 is literally
Listen,
the
I
best,
think
the best
a
live
lot-
performance that's ever happened.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, 100%.
For- it's the most significant live album of the past 50 years.
Listen,
Is it
no, the
on
Bruce
the Harder, Better, Fast and Stronger with what's the song?
I think
name?
on a
It's around
regular
the
basis
world
about the
hard.
drop.
around the
No,
Wait,
I think-
that got me into electronic music. Yeah.
Television
The encore, though.
Reservation,
That's the real
Christian
good.
Dolls,
The
the
encore.
drop on that combo. Oh my
Oh
god.
my-
My other favorite one.
Yeah, okay.
Like,
Oh,
that
shit.
one,
Yeah.
was like
Daft Punk on Broadway. where-
I'm a fucking android. Leave me alone. Okay. Jesus Christ. Okay.
Daft
Oh,
Punk.
the
or
one,
like,
the one that's secretly the real slapper though
Crap.
is a prime
What?
time of
Oh,
your life.
yes, I was just gonna say.
Prime time of your life brainwasher is so good.
Oh, real Detroit heads. Yes.
Daft Punk.
That track is amazing.
It is like a
And
Daft
then
Punk.
it
Here's the thing,
Oh,
I
yeah,
listened to
sorry,
Drag
I was-
Chick, and then I went back and listened to that track, and I was like, oh, this is one of the best, like, this is one of the highlights. Yeah.
literally like Daft Punk. They're the band that
That's
comes
our third
along
episode title.
once in a
Daft Punk is
lifetime.
podcasting at my Airbnb.
Oh, that's
Sorry,
so
sorry,
good.
joke, Ted. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
that's fine. I appreciate
No one heard you. I'm like, people need to
The
hear
group must be
She
built
got
on.
us-
Okay, and then the Tron Legacy soundtrack, like it just so
Yeah.
hard.
Never forget
Oh,
that.
there's one
Oh,
track
the
that's
Tron
one of
Legacy
my
track
things I
fucking
do
One
when
Red,
I
don't remember
DJ
what
at
it
house
is.
party or whatever.
Yes.
When I set
It's
up
so
and I
good.
choose
It's
the
the dance one.
Whenever
Yeah,
I
it's
DJ,
fucking good.
whenever I DJ a house party and I set up my sound check and I'm like, the song I always sound check is Daft Punk is playing in my house.
Yeah.
You gotta set them up.
I was listening to it on the plane earlier today, and I was just like, this is very groovy, and
Fun
I'm
fact.
just sitting here.
Fun fact, whenever I fly on planes now, this is a habit I've developed, is that I listen to All My Friends by LCD Sound System and I try to time the end of the song with my flight landing.
Yeah.
because I like realized like I listen to it almost because I always like I have this weird thought once I was like, what's the song I want to like if I was to crash in this plane and as I land this plane, like what's the song I'd want to be listening to? I was like, oh, all my friends Bellsy songs. Like that was the and so since then I've been just like trying to time it so that like the very end of the last verse kind of happens as I
Y'all ever been on a plane where everyone claps when the plane lands?
That is
Yeah.
some bullshit.
I haven't.
That's okay.
so
Okay.
bullshit.
Yeah, that is.
Whitest shit to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, truly. Like,
Again, once I realized I could just Amtrak to Chicago, I never looked back.
I
Like,
flew
once
to
flew
Detroit like a month ago,
and
and we were delayed by like 3 hours by a lightning storm, and so we just kind of like sat on the runway for 3 hours, and then the plane took off. We were flying and flying and flying, and people were like, "Are we ever gonna make it to Detroit?" So we landed, and people clapped, and I was like, "Y'all gotta cut this out." I can't
well,
do it.
it's like if your
Not
pilot
the same
flies
way.
you through what feels like real peril, then you clap. That makes sense.
I don't
It's like,
wanna
oh,
clap.
we're relieved that we've survived. It's like
Oh, yeah,
if it's just like a normal like routine flight, and you're like,
Yeah, if there's no turbulence and
Yo,
you
Mans
clap,
did his
you're a
job.
bitch.
We should maybe
Good job.
wrap up the recording proper soon since we're getting increasingly more off topic.
are we?
Yeah.
So the whole point
Where
is
we
just
at?
to be
Yeah, no, what topic
is there?
We talked about
Oh, this podcast is like it's like late night episode that we're disguising as a regular episode.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
that's his podcast.
Yeah, the regular episodes go on forever. That's just we're
It's Modelo time. As we
Fucking
all
Oh wait, let me get my third one.
See, I only want to wrap this episode up because I have to Uber back to
That's true. And it is a short episode, anyways.
I'm good to go 60. I think that's valid.
Let's do like 10 more, 15 more minutes.
We'll go. Yeah, we'll go a little longer.
We'll
tell them
We will
time.
probably just do like a little after show. We can just kind of
Whatever.
hang out. We can hang out. We can pass the phone around. We'll
Yeah.
answer questions.
I don't know. Japandore's beer, we're gonna be drinking it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna be
I'm so
sipping.
hyped.
Let's discuss.
Let's discuss with the real reason I'm here.
Okay, heartbreaking news. It is an IPA, but I'm gonna overcome
All
my
of the
prejudice.
cans are 16 ounces, which is like economically
Oh.
more
Oh
beneficial
hell
for me.
yeah!
So it's like I'm still gonna drink 40 of them, but I'm getting my money's worth for sure.
Well, the thing is,
Drinking, like,
tomorrow might be
60,
fucked
yeah.
because there's apparently gonna be thunderstorms like all weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you didn't bring a poncho, you're a bitch.
I got a rain resistant jacket. I got a rain resistant jacket.
I
I'm
got a
solid.
winter
Yeah. I have the sweatshirt.
You're just gonna be wet.
I'm just gonna be a wet boy. This is fine.
Yeah, tomorrow's gonna rain like a lot. Well, no, actually it's supposed to like end by like 2.
Have like a
last time I
wind
checked.
break
okay,
or
that's
end
So that's
fine.
around. That's around like when
Because
I'm
I was on
gonna
like
get there.
I was on
My
like the
census is
Pitchfork.
as long as
I was on the Pitchfork subreddit today, and people were like, "I literally came from across the world just to see Tame Impala."
You
like, if it
idiot!
gets
Oh
canceled.
my idiot!
God.
They're playing at like a dozen festivals this summer. You
Yeah.
couldn't have
In
waited
Europe,
one.
I'm sure. Like, I'm sure you.
You
wherever
couldn't have
came-
waited 1 second to see that anybody else had them.
They are very good live.
I know.
They're-
I mean, here's the thing. I'm
Fantastic
planning on going to
live.
Mount Kimby, but I feel like I'm gonna accidentally catch someone Tame Impala and be like,
Okay,
Hey, you know what?
Mount
They're good.
Kimby is gonna slap.
Oh, I'm so stoked
I
for
am
that.
so fucking excited.
I wasn't even that into that album, and I'm like, that's one of the sets I'm most hyped for.
it's gonna be fun. Like I mean, I've barely listened to them, but like I know enough where I'm like, this is gonna be a fun.
No, it's especially because like this new album, especially, is like there's so much of it is like it feels like real, like kind of the album feels very live. It feels like a band playing more than like
Someone's
Which-
gonna show up and do a King Cruel impression too. I saw them in New York a couple months ago, and that happened.
Literally, someone just did it.
Someone just showed up and did a King Cruel impression on the song.
That's
King Cruel.
really funny.
What if James Blake? What if James Blake showed up? I don't know.
Well, let's talk about the chaotic prediction of like Fleet Foxes are doing something. They were like they said they're playing new music and they have guests. Joanna Newsom.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they recorded something together before before Crack Up came out. He confirmed on his Instagram. He was like, "Yeah, we recorded a song with Joanna Newsom," and I don't think it was
I
on that
can't
album.
like I can't commit to that in my brain because it's gonna be like Jeremiah before every
It's
set
like
in
no,
2016
every
being
single
like,
set.
Oh, they're
yeah.
gonna cover Thunder Road.
They're gonna cover
It's
Thunder
gonna
Road.
happen. It's gonna happen.
Joanna Newsom will be at the fest this year.
Okay,
Just
okay,
don't know
okay.
in what capacity.
If Joanna Newsom does come out, I want to be within a 15-foot radius of Jeremiah.
Yeah, Jeremiah and I are gonna pull like, you know,
I think
like
is he
1840 style hunting rifles out of our backpacks and just fire them into the air.
Like that gif from the
In your
If you're gonna be on the festival grounds, like when Joanna Newsom comes out, you're gonna be within a 15-foot radius of Jeremiah. Just softly.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I've talked. I mean, I have press passes this year at the festival.
Oh,
I don't really know
We
that-
haven't arranged anything with those, by the way.
What?
Have
I
we
mean,
done
I
it?
tried to set. I mean, I tried setting up some AMAs. That was like all I could really do.
Gotcha.
All I can really do is try to set up AMAs. I only got to start to you. Everyone else was like, oh no.
That's reasonable.
Because they all want to wait for albums coming out and whatnot, and it's like, okay, I understand. It's just me like panicking, like let me try to do something.
Stay tuned
Listen,
for the
you
late
sent some
night
formulas.
where-
But hey, I got the press passes, I got the email, I got the details. I just wonder, like, does that mean I get to go like to the VIP area and all that shit? Because that'd be nuts.
You can try. You should at least try it.
We're finally gonna
I'll ask when I get to the fest tomorrow.
We're finally gonna get Michelle on the podcast, but it's gonna be a one-on-one interview with me and Michelle talking about video games.
We literally like I really am in contact with her PR person. Like I could be like, hey, like, do we want to do like a last minute set of this? Like,
I think she's not releasing an album this year. We gotta wait a little bit.
no,
But she got the
not
video
till at
game
least
store.
2019.
So we're gonna talk about video games.
It's gonna be really funny when the Sable OST is
The album of the year.
podcast.
Like, don't fucking fucking
Don't
bet.
sleep- don't sleep on
don't
it.
sleep on that.
We discussed this, I think, while we were driving to my friend's place. But there's not really like a definitive album of the year this year. There's nothing that everyone's like.
I said
I mean, I know what I like.
I said on the stream
I
last night.
think everyone here has their own like.
I
album
feel
of the
like
year.
towards the
Actually,
end
no, it was
of the
yeah.
year
We were talking
we'll
about.
We were
get
talking about it on
it.
the stream last night. I was like, I don't think
Because Foxing's releasing.
there
a new
aren't
album.
there aren't any.
Oh yeah, that's gonna.
That's right.
Emo heads.
That's
what's up?
right.
There haven't
That's
been.
your slap.
Yeah, there haven't been any definitively like
solidarity.
good albums this year in my
The
like
thing
or
is that
like.
There's nothing that's been like
Yo,
the number
there's
one
no
that collected
Black
contracts.
Stars.
Yo, let's eat grandma though. Like,
But like,
for
okay,
real.
that's still
For real.
like,
That's
that's
We're
still
talking
me.
like
Yeah.
okay, we're talking like
Also,
okay,
a lot of
here's the
people
thing.
haven't
We're
listened
talking
to
like
it.
blondes.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
talking.
Oh yeah. No,
we're
there's no
talking
consensus.
Like
We're talking blondes,
July's
we're talking blondes.
July's almost over, and there's no album anyone could be like. It's just
I
like
think the
Twin
closest
Fantasy.
would maybe
No.
be Twin Fantasy, but like,
Yeah,
Fantasy
well, no,
is
no,
a
no.
masterpiece. It is.
On a bigger
It
level, like
really
this time
is.
last year we had like Melodrama and
Oh,
Damn,
yeah, you're right.
where it was just like, oh, of course these are gonna probably be like number one and number
We
two.
haven't had that.
Is it the fucking Carter's album, which is a piece of shit?
No.
Yeah, because every
No.
mainstream I listen to has been like somewhat like a little underwhelming. Like Scorpion, obviously.
No. Okay, it's easy.
Yikes.
It's
Caroline Rose,
obviously-
let her out now.
It's clearly Beast Mode 2 by Future.
I don't like that. That album underwhelmed
You don't
me
like it?
significantly. The
I
first
still
like
need
3
to
tracks are
listen to
good, but
It's better than Beast Mode 1, dog.
it is better than that's like my least favorite Future tape though.
Well, it's also better than like Evil. It's better than.
Nah, Evil fucks.
It was way better than Evil.
When
I'm like a
the
Purple
Indieheads
Rain
podcast,
stand too.
when the Indieheads podcast fully embraces its toxicity, Beast Mode 2 will be our album. When we
Like, we already
embrace our
embraced
toxic
Yeah,
masculinity,
yeah.
like there we go.
We
That's
really
something.
take a hard pivot away from Japanese breakfast all the way into Beast Mode 2.
But really though, like what I think, I mean, at this point, like our podcast album of the year, it feels like it's probably gonna be Let's Eat Grandma because we have enough people.
No,
that are-
it's
like-
Beach House 7 actually might be
Beach House 2 will be up.
that
Also,
easily-
don't-
easily in my top 10.
Don't discount Death Heaven. We've got a
Oh,
lot of hype.
yeah, we're gonna fucking-
That's my album. That's my album of the year.
So right now, yeah. But
Or
here's
like
the
Ice
problem.
Age. Ice Age is like
I think
number two.
I think it's also better than
Here's 2018 album of the year just keeps one upping each other.
Yeah.
Like the chain started with Janelle, then we got Ice Age, then we got
Hopalong
Beach
just
House, then we got
Yeah,
Sophie, then we got
Hopalong
Let's Eat
was
Grandma, then we got Death
Hopalong
Heaven.
was
Like
good.
it's just been a consistent
Honestly,
like, upward streak.
God's
since
favorite
April.
customer at the entertainment.
Oh,
That'll be
yeah.
our top
Shit.
that. I will make.
Yo,
Retweet if you cried.
Father
did it.
John Misty did not has the audacity
Yeah, he went that hard.
to drop a terrible album and then make me cry just to prove just to
That he's
prove
still-
he can do it.
I can't within an inch of your life.
Anything?
Jeff Rosenstock too.
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
good. Like
Wow,
top
I
five.
can't
Yeah.
believe
I don't
the
think
album
top
of the year
five,
came
top
out on
10
day one
maybe.
this year, and I'm not
I-
gonna say which album it was because there were two.
Just Dumb Enough to Cry is the best Father John Misty.
Try.
Oh,
It is
definitely.
the
He
best
said
one.
cry. He said cry because he didn't mind.
And it may not look like it, but if I John Misty going through some shit
Actually,
right
it's
now.
date night. But
Oh yeah, what was it? Taylor that made the tweet like you like look like Father
Oh, no,
John
yeah.
with a mustache.
Yeah. You know, I posted a picture of my mustache and he said, Father John Misty about to perform pure comedy live on TV, 2017. I was like, this is the meanest thing anyone's ever said to me. Not because it was incorrect, but because it made me feel very self-aware of exactly who I was.
Also, list season rolls around. My dick will be out for a week. We're still in that Camp Cope.
Oof.
Yeah.
I mean, Haley Hendricks is gonna be. Haley Hendricks
Oh.
will be
I
very up there. on
feel
our
like
list.
people are really gonna get on parquet courts again.
Oh, definitely.
Parker Courts might be a sleeper top 10. Like,
Yeah,
that's
that's what
one
I'm
of my. That
saying,
one will
like-
like make like acts like.
That's the kind
It's very similar to how Julia
Well,
Holter ended up
it's
in our.
Still not
in our
much in
top list.
Daytona either.
Where it was just like enough people ranked high enough where it's like, oh, this is like a top 5.
That's
Oh,
gonna be one where
shit.
I'm at like 47, and I'm like, what else came out this year? I'm like, oh, Parking Courts, that was.
Hey, guess what's out next month? Midski.
Oh!
I at once. I'm just like, it's
Look
over.
at the funny audio level. What's going on?
For those listening at home, as we collectively all yowed, there was like a giant spike in the waveform.
And then the second one was the reaction to that yo. God.
Oh,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
no.
I just took a look at my calendar once. I was like, there's something here that's going to ruin everything.
I've said-
we have Geyser, which is like this incredible intro, and we have Nobody, which is this incredible like pop turn.
I haven't listened to the singles yet, and I'm not going to take the albums out.
Okay, that's part one.
I listened to Nobody like the week or two it came out. I listened to it over 30 times. It is that like no song this year has done that to me. Like I've listened to songs a bunch of times in a row, but not 30 fucking times. Like 30 fucking times in a week.
Song of the year candidates at the moment.
Oh.
Nobody Misty. That's my number one.
For me,
Oh yeah.
Just based on
Canary
feelings.
Yellow.
Oh wait, hey.
Oh no, Glint for sure.
Well, I have with various
We're
range
gonna
perspective.
go one at a
Singles
time.
only.
Okay.
Singles
I
So
told you singles only.
Otherwise, it's like then my song will
It's
do-
basically just like what's
Because if I did like by any song, it'll be like some Sun-Killed Moody.
Okay,
Yeah,
here's
it's
the
like
thing.
I live my
We're
song.
gonna go through the couch. Okay, Lily, song of the year so far.
Ooh, singles only or not?
We'll go singles only. We're gonna go singles only.
Ooh, okay, then I'm gonna say tie between Canary Yellow and Real Redacted. Jacob Mafia.
Okay. As I already said, Nobody by Mitski, but I feel like I want to say something from like Palms out. Oh, Odd Disgrace in America. Oh.
I would think Desire in that one.
Okay, I've got.
I like Desire. Like if I'm just picking like one artist, it's like I'm gonna pick Disgrace in America over Desire. But Desire.
Desire is the best Bruce Springsteen song in like 30 years. It's so fucking good.
Okay, I would never can actually forget Jacob Mafia. I'm gonna say tie between Canary Yellow and Immaterial. Off the side.
Oh yeah, both of those. I
need to consult.
Oh,
I can't consult my M list.
My number one is like a thing that everyone likes, and that's Almost Had to Start a Fight / In and Out of Patience. Specifically the second half, because like that fucks. That second half fucks.
It fucking goes live.
And then my other pick is Gold, Purple, Orange by
Oh!
Gray and Quelly Chris.
Dude, that's gonna be up there.
I
on my list,
I
too.
slept on that album for too long. That was good.
From day one of the
It's a
concept
good
of that album, I was just like, this is gonna be it. And then like it comes out and just like this was it.
It was it. Yeah, it was it the whole time. It was sitting there.
I was right.
For me, yeah, like shouts out to Canary Yellow, but Slapstick by Foxing is the best song of the year by far. That song fucks me up.
Two Foxing fans on the fucking
Yeah, that's
Foxing
awesome.
is
I love
like-
Foxing
Okay.
in half.
Foxing?
I mean, they're from St. Louis. They're from my city. Like that's the only
Like you.
That's
From
like
your
one of the only.
unofficial city.
That's one of the only. Well, shut up. It's like one of the only like famous bands that come out of St. Louis like that are like modern. Like it's Foxing and like that's kind of it.
Yeah, like the first time I heard Slapstick by Foxing, I was just like sitting outside and I'm like, this is it.
Yep.
Oh,
that
Angel
is-
Wilson
Right.
kind of counts, but like she lived in St. Louis, but then she was in Chicago.
She's Asheville now.
Yeah, Asheville.
Yeah.
She's Penzer. Okay.
I
Jay.
missed the hometown
I
show.
have a
for her.
bunch actually.
Damn.
I'm just gonna like rifle off like 5.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
Alright, Let Them Win, Jeff Rosenstock. If You Know You Know, Pusha T.
Yo.
Yeah. I'm gonna say
Oh, Story of Adidon. Of
Not Able
course.
by Hop Along.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna say When You Die by MGMT.
Yeah.
Hold on. 1 second. Oh,
Just-
Just a Stranger by Kali Uchis.
Okay.
That is
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
That's the Seablaze.
What was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
What distortion?
Tintin in Tibet. Those are my
Yo, yeah.
5.
I'm distortion over Tintin in Tibet.
I'm also
Fair.
Distortion over Tintin.
I haven't
Tintin
listened to that
Tibet fucks
album
me up,
since
though.
it came out.
Yeah, I've listened
Song
to
of
it.
the year.
It's so
Oh
weird.
no, I already.
I can't
Yeah,
listen to
no,
Foxing.
we're
I've
close to
had it
Okay.
in the house.
I
Corinne.
Huh?
Did you say your song of the year?
Yeah, Slapstick by
Yeah,
Foxing.
look at that T-shirt, my guy. It's emo hours.
Joyce Manor
okay.
album soon.
Okay. I'm gonna
Oh
say.
shit, you're right.
I'm gonna pick 3, and these are just off the top of my head. I have a list somewhere that I can't consult because it's Periscope. But
Oh my god.
I would say It's Not Just Me by Let's See Grandma. I would say Paramedic by SOBRB,
Oh yeah.
and I would also say Take It All by Ice Age.
Oh shit.
The best Afghan Wig song of 2018. You heard it here, folks. Oh, my other goal this weekend is to get you all to listen to the damn Afghan Wigs album that all of you told me, like, oh, I'll check that.
Oh, the one last year?
Yeah,
that
you were the
I
one.
checked it once.
Good
Like,
as shit.
I checked it once because they were going on tour with Built to Spill, who I actually like, and
That's a great tour.
I can't believe I didn't go to that. I was
I
very mad.
couldn't go to that
Wait.
tour. Like I thought I was gonna be able to go, and I couldn't.
It was
They played-
two bands that both of them live.
And
It's
I'm
like,
pretty sure-
they're not as young.
No,
as they
Built
were
to
when
Spill
they-
live.
I'm pretty sure one of my
He's good.
teachers went to that tour.
They played-
He's like, he said, yeah, so I'm going, so I might be late on grading your exams because I'm gonna go see a show in Asheville. And I look at the date and it's like, that's a fucking Built to Spill show. You bastard.
They played Brooklyn. That tour played Brooklyn on my birthday, and I was like, I'm not that much of an old head yet.
Yeah. Spending your birthday at an Afghan Wig show would make you feel real
Yeah, you
washed.
should old head.
Even though they do. I mean,
Watch Doug Marsh play those guitar solos all evening.
the thing about that album that makes it so good is that like he talks about like there was a really great interview with him where he talks about basically like he before he ever listened to like AC/DC and rock music, like hard rock music, he was listening to like Marvin Gaye, and so like
Yeah.
the R&B influences and like
The melodies on Al Marquez.
he is the only white rocker who can incorporate like 70s funk music into hard rock sounds without it sounding like porn music.
Didn't you put me on the Nick Hakim, or you were trying to put?
Oh,
That album was
that's
good.
completely different.
That's different,
Yeah.
right?
Nick
That album.
Hakim is like psychedelic soul music.
Okay.
It's like
I didn't
Marvin
listen to
Gaye
that.
on acid. Just
I'm
like
gonna
that.
fuck around
Okay,
and
my
get
song-
people
There
into
was this.
strange.
Okay, Josiah. Okay, Josiah.
I would have
I
to
heard that
say,
album. I heard a little bit of
like,
that,
Such a Bad Way off the Against All Logic album, and then
Oh.
second, It's Not Just Me. Because, like, as far as music for and about, like, teenagers this year, it's been, like, Soccer Mommy, pretty great. Snail Mail, pretty fucking great.
Let's see, Grandma.
Let's Eat Grandma, how the fuck are they doing this?
Yeah, I'll
Okay, that's
precise.
I'm gonna have to say I'm gonna have to revise my pick again. I think the one is Falling Into Me for me.
Yeah.
Falling Into Me is a
That
wild
might-
ass
So it's
song.
like we've got Deaf Heaven, Let's See Grandma, Foxing are the like.
As an actual
Okay.
like 19-year-old, like Let's See Grandma makes me feel so fucking inadequate.
Yeah.
This is someone who is a
older than
22-year-old
19, it makes me
who
feel
used to be
super
19.
Okay,
And could not do
We
that.
all used to be 19.
Exactly.
We can
Okay.
agree.
Oh, also, I forgot Something for Your Mind by Super
Oh, that I like.
Well, that came out like
Actually, no,
2017.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
That was 2017.
You
Like
can
the
say
single
Everybody
came
Wants to Be Famous. 'cause
Yeah.
that came
Oh,
out
yeah.
this year.
Okay.
That song's a banger.
The other one that we're all forgetting is the new updated version of fucking
Bodies.
no, not Body Body. The
Oh,
one with
yeah.
the single
What?
Cute Thing. The
Nervous
Uh,
Young Humans.
yeah.
That's good. Thing is, okay, here's
Also,
the,
the best killer song
if we are not counting singles for the song on the list, High to Death. That would be my song of the year.
High to
not
Death
single.
is-
no
is-
single.
2018 is of course the year where Arcade Fire released their best song of all time, Put Your Money on Me, as a single. So that's the best
We'll
song
count
of
it.
all time.
Oh, I forgot
Everything
one.
was
I
hot.
forgot one that like I might. Some of y'all, y'all are gonna be like yo or like
ever. And then it got
it's King's Dead.
Oh, that's a real Lottie There Just Solving My Mouth. Yeah.
King's Dead. Like I just kept going back to it, being like, this is just a
My
really
friend,
fun
the other day
song.
was like, "What is that song?" And I was
Yeah,
like,
I'm like,
"Oh,
fuck.
King's Dead from the Black Panther soundtrack." And he was like, "That was not in the Black Panther soundtrack." I was like, "It's in the fucking movie. Like that song's in the movie, not the La Di Da Di Da part, but they play that song in the film."
I was like, if they had played the La Di Da Di Da Slava
It'd be
Me
the greatest movie of all
in
time.
I would give it the Oscar
Yup, yeah.
immediately.
Like that's best picture
They,
for
they,
sure.
they really missed out on an opportunity there, but Paramedic is like the best, one of the best rap songs I've heard.
I
wait,
feel
no.
like they should
It is-
have made Black Panther R just to include that song.
Yeah, yo, I don't even know if it's a take at this point. The Black Panther album better than Damn. As an
Oh,
album.
I can't. I'm a huge Damn fan.
I
way
strongly disagree
cooler than
with
everyone else
this.
here.
Yeah.
It's
I
like
can't endorse it,
was-
but I respect it.
I was
The
very high.
thing is, there
More
are a
than
lot of
most.
songs to the Black Panther album I like. I have not listened to Black Panther in full since. Like
No.
the album itself, like
I was very similar to More Wife, and that was very much just like it's a playlist.
and also like all
fair.
of the interludes and things and the parts of the songs where it like starts with like these weird kind of
Kendrick's like, "Yo, y'all see Black Panther?"
Hey, yo, y'all hear about this Wakanda
Yeah,
stuff?
in theaters now.
Get a load of this, guys.
No,
Get a load of
no,
this.
but like I thought all the connective tissue of the album was like I didn't care. I wish Paramedic just started with the beat instead of that nobody pray for me that whole thing.
Oh my
like,
god, all day.
I regret to inform you that I just remembered that 9 out of 10 was released as a single.
Oh wow,
Ooh.
that's
I was
okay.
like, wait, I have to.
I'm not even the biggest. I'm admittedly not the biggest Jeff Rosenstock boy. 9 out of 10 rips.
That's like one of my favorite.
That's not-
songs.
Y'all ever cried a 9 out of 10? I have.
Yeah,
Serious.
straight up.
Jackson, I will say, like the
USA.
the
also.
key, like
Is
the
seeing
key
him live.
to like fully being like,
A Jeff
oh, I am
Rosenstock
like.
fan
Here's
is
the,
seeing him live. I understand.
Is seeing him live.
Yeah, like everyone.
That
It-
his,
it
his
is
set
literally
last
one of the
year
best
at
ones.
Pitchfork Fest was the best of
The
all
first time I
time.
saw Jeff
I just,
Rosenstock, he
I-
jumped into a pool after
Yeah.
his set and he played the fucking sax in a tree.
I've watched that set a lot, and then I realized that he doesn't play to be a ghost
weird.
That's
that
I'm
you
like,
told me
I
the
thought it
Jeff
was perfect,
Rosenstock.
but it's not.
Wait, what?
The Jeff.
Oh,
the,
I
the,
can-
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
because that venue, it was literally just someone's backyard and there was like a little Mexican boy's birthday party going on next door.
That sounds like
It-
ideal Jeff Rosenstock.
It was really like the best venue to see him. 'cause
Like
we're all
every 5 days in New York,
Our
Jeff
kid was
Rosenstock
on grass.
is a concert
Yeah.
somewhere. Like straight up.
How can you like get work done when you know you could probably just like walk out of the office at any moment and
And
probably
Jeff Rosenstock
probably
plays
go to a Jeff
style
Rosenstock
outside.
show? It's like how are you not supposed to just rip your shirt off in the
Jeff
office and
Rosenstock
just,
did, like,
and just
he did-
slam a beer?
He did 4 shows at the end of last year, and I was like, I should go to some of these shows. And I saw The Last Jedi like every single night.
Motherfucker.
You missed out on Christmas
move.
Baron. Woo!
I
How
know.
could you?
I saw the best Star Wars movie in theaters 4 times, so I gotta do what I gotta do.
You
Well, no, no Last Jedi discussion on this.
No,
one.
We will
please,
not.
let's leave that poison out of here.
Yeah.
None of it, because again,
You can't do that
this is
It's
gonna-
Modelo time.
It's
No
Modelo
Star
time.
Wars.
It's
Yeah,
gonna be a whole thing.
Modelo time.
Thank you.
But while it may be Modelo time, I think it is the end of podcast time.
Yeah.
What hour of the night is it?
It is
1:23.
1:23.
The most sequential hour of the night.
Holy
Okay,
shit.
what are the odds that instead of going straight home to my apartment, I end up going to this techno show that I'm thinking of going to? That goes
Oh
to-
yeah, you yeah.
I would say like 60-40.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's on the way home. I can probably stop there for like an hour and hang out. I might.
So again,
If if for some reason you're still periscoping, and if you on Periscope happen to be in Chicago, meet me at I forgot.
But what if someone watches
you have the film thing.
Wouldn't that
Whatever.
be horrible?
You just put again, if you're
Jeremiah,
watching this on
hi.
Periscope,
Hang out.
and
Hey,
just
Jeremy.
go again at horse.jeans. You'll find it there
I'll
probably.
find it there. I'm
We'll
going.
post it.
I'm going to the open format
Oh, we have
party.
5
I'm gonna see
viewers.
Black Noise.
Wait, what?
5 viewers.
Oh yeah.
Hey!
Shouts out to our
Wait,
five
Hey!
viewers
Thanks
watching
for
us.
hanging out with us. We had a fun time here. I hope you enjoyed us just like having a conversation. That's what podcasts are generally, but I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Fuck Airbnb except for
Fuck
this one.
Airbnb.
This one
Wait,
rules.
okay, no, 3, 2, 1.
Fuck
Airbnb.
Airbnb. Alright.
As
See
we
you later.
All right.
decide-
Modelo
Alright.
time all the time.
All right.
The neighbor's
We will
shirt back.
we will see y'all next time. We will keep you guys updated on Pitchfork Music Festival stuff. We again at Indieheads Pod is where I was going to go down. All our Twitters.
Content on the way, so soon.
Yeehaw.
So soon.
So,
Yeehaw.